Okay, hey guys. I know I started off with the song that time. This is Mr. Garcia coming at you from my place, and I'm gonna give you a music lesson today. The music lesson today is called Earthworm. We're not really learning about earthworms. Maybe you could teach me something about earthworms, but anyways, I had something very special about this song. So I picked this song because it's about that time of the year for us to start studying other meters other than just 4/4. So what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is that let me give me a moment while I put this down. All right. So now that my iPad's up and working, you can see everything I'm working with right now. Um, Most of the songs we know, most of the songs we've worked on during the year, we've worked on for specific reasons. You know, they teach us something about pitches or intervals or we're learning rhythms and stuff like that. But it's very common for songs that we're comfortable with to be in 4/4 time meter. What does that mean? Well, there's this pattern. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Doggy, doggy, where's your bone? Somebody took it from your home. So that's a pattern of 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. A lot of the American folk music and modern music today on the radio operates in 4/4. So there's 4 beats in each measure, okay? And that's how the song is structured. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it happens again and again and again until the song is over. Okay? You sing your melodies over that time signature. You sing your your um your rhythms over that time signature. But this song, Earthworm, is different. It has a different pattern. So that's why I let you hear it first. We're not going to focus on singing it, although we are going to learn to sing the A section. We're not going to learn to sing the B section. We're going to learn to sing the A section, but we're quickly going to move on to doing some rhythmic activities surrounding the 3/4 meter signature. So let me read this. It says, discover how the beats are grouped in this song. And we haven't done that yet. If we read this one, that's the normal rhythmic pattern we're used to seeing. Pat, clap, 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 pat, clap, clap, clap. You can join me and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's not what we're studying today because this song is not in that meter. Okay, so what meter is this song in? Well, that's what you're gonna find out right now. So if you look at this one, how many worms are here? Well, that's a bad question because there's a bunch more than our pattern here. But how many worms do you see here? Better yet, how many actions do you see? There's 3, right? Okay, so there's pat, clap, clap. So do that with me now. Pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap. Just keep doing it. Pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap. Now, we just made a pattern, right? The pattern of what? I want you to think right now and guess how many beats are in the pattern we were just clapping. Count them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. So the answer is what? It's 3, right? It's a pattern of 3. And that's what we're focusing on today. Our focus, we're going to move away from the 4-beat model that's in most of our music and explore other meters, okay? We're going to be doing this over the next couple of weeks too, exploring different meters, okay? So in this particular meter, we're in what's called 3/4 time signature, okay? This model over here that I first did, that's 4/4, okay? The top 4 stands for how many beats there are, obviously, and then the bottom 4 actually stands for something a bit different. It stands for what note gets the beat, and the 4 means quarter note. That's a bit more confusing to understand, so I don't usually get into that too much. That's more for like middle school. But the most important thing is this is a pattern of 4. This is definitely a pattern of 3. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the song. We're going to learn it a little bit. It says, earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm. I want you to sing that rhythm with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, go. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm. All right. So I don't know if you could see the words too well. Me taking up some of the space here. But okay. And then the next part says, but you are more important than we think. Okay, so now your turn. But you are more important than we think. Okay, then it goes back to the A section. It goes, earthworm, earthworm, secretly I must confirm. Your turn. Ready, go. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly I must confirm. Okay, very good. I'm going to the next page. And here we are. And it says, but you are more important than we think. Your turn. Ready? That you are more important than we think. Okay. And then I did such a weird phrasing thing here. Typically, you wouldn't do this. Add a 5th phrase in music per section. It's usually like 2 phrases or 4 phrases or 6 phrases or 8 phrases. It's always an even number. But they added a 5th phrase here before they went on to the B section. That's odd. But this one says, ecologically, you're one important link. Say that with me. Ready, go. Ecologically, you're one important link. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go to the B section. It's kind of redundant for the purposes of this activity. But I do like the rhythm in the beginning of the song, in the beginning of the A section. Oops, sorry, I went too far. I do like the rhythm here. It's earthworm, and then right here is a what? It's a rest, right? That's right. So it's earthworm, rest, earthworm, rest, okay? And actually, you wouldn't say the word rest or snap like I just did. You would actually do what? What do we always do in class when we have rhythm sticks and we want to create a silence? If you guessed this, you guessed right. So the reason why I do that is because we're trying to create a rest, right? But I still want you to create a visual representation of what we're trying to do. Not an oral one, meaning not one you want to do out loud because, we're trying to create silence. You don't want to make a sound because the whole point of a rest is to create musical silence. It's a beat of musical silence. Okay, so right here, I want you to just do this. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm. That's it. That's all I want you to do right now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, go. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm. All right, do that one more time for me. Do it with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, go. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm. All right, very good. Now the next part goes like this. But you are more important than we think. Okay, try that with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. But you are more important than we think. Okay, and then it repeats after that. We're not gonna repeat. Okay. Let me turn on my piano. I'm gonna sing some pitches here along with the while you're singing this, I'm gonna be playing this, and it goes like this. And then okay, so that's the harmonic structure. The melody would go like this. Earthworm, Earthworm. Secretly you make me squirm, but you are more important than we think. It's easy, right? All right, sing along with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, go. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm, but you are more important than we think. All right, very good. All right, very good. So now that we got that down, you can kind of feel what it does to the song. It's not so much the rhythm, but definitely the beat, how it's different, how the structure of the song changes from other songs we've done. It kind of makes you want to sway. You know, in dance they call this a waltz. Okay, oh, let's dance to a waltz. When someone dances to a waltz or a waltz type of song is a song in three, and it's kind of a swaying song. You take your partner and you sway. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a very common thing to want to do whenever you hear a song in 3/4. Okay, you kind of just want to sway. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It kind of reminds me of a pendulum. Do you know what a pendulum is? A pendulum is that thing that swings back and forth in an old clock. I don't know if you have an old clock in the room. I hear my clock ticking right now, actually, but there's no pendulum in it. Also, people use it to fall asleep. They put it right by their bed. And sometimes they need that loud tick of a clock to fall asleep. Some people need noise. Okay, that's what it kind of reminds me of. Okay, it kind of gives me the feeling of swaying, of something swaying back and forth. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me swarm. Now, come to think of it, if I'm singing about earthworms, which are yucky, right? Is that gonna make me want to sway much? No, so the song's a big oxymoron, if you know what that means. Meaning, you know, the sound of the song sounds so pleasant, makes you want to sway, and then the topic of the song is, ooh, kind of yucky, okay? So tell me what you know about earthworms. I know when I was a kid and I was at home for the summers, we always had frog holes in our backyard. These holes about this big, and the frogs would come out sometimes out of those holes, and sometimes we go chase them, they go jump back in, and they're too deep for us to stick our hand, you know. But sometimes, yeah, we'd lift rocks and there'd be a bunch of slimy worms and stuff like that. So earthworms are very fun, right? Don't hurt them though. You know, it's very easy to, you know, kind of tear their tail off or injure them. It's not nice to injure living creatures. They're trying to, you know, hunt for food, and they have families of their own too, and they just live outside, right? We live inside. Okay, so that is the purpose of this song, is to get that earthworm. So now that you heard it in the beginning, and now that you sang it a little, I'm gonna play a portion of the song, and I want you to just sing along with it, okay? But while you are singing along with it, I want you to do this: pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap. This is gonna be a little difficult, but you can handle it. You're going to be singing the song while doing this. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm, but you are more important than we think. Okay, so let's try that. Let me get out of here, and I'm going back to my drive here, and let's see if that video will play for us. It's been kind of glitchy for me lately, so. And it's not gonna play for us. So I'm gonna exit this, and I'm just gonna play. This was actually a video where you would have got to see the words and hear it, the song, but unfortunately you're not gonna be able to see the words because the video is not working. I don't know what's going on, but the song should work, and there it goes. We're just gonna sing the beginning part. It was very easy to memorize, okay? Earthworm, earthworm, secretly you make me squirm, but you are more important than we think. I'm gonna turn it a bit louder. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly I must confirm, you are more important I'm gonna pause it right there. Do you see how weird that is? Like I felt like pausing it, and then she sang that last phrase that musically really shouldn't be there. But that's okay. That's just my opinion. The songwriter thought she should resolve it that way. I think it was unnecessary. But that's her creative outlet. She's a songwriter. She can do what she wants. If she wants to take that liberties and make it unusual, well then she can make it unusual. That's what makes music fun. When stuff is when things are just expected and monotonous, then it's boring, you know? So anyways, it certainly alerted me, so it's not boring, right? Okay, I'm gonna rewind it and let's sing it one more time with patting and clapping. Remember, our pattern is 3. Pat, clap, clap, pat, clap, clap. That's our pattern. All right, let's try to start now. Pretty slow. Sing. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly I must worm. Oh, I messed up. I'm sorry. Important than we think. Earthworm, earthworm, secretly I must confirm you are more important than we think. Ecologically, you're one important link. And let's stop there. Okay. So, okay. So now I'm going to switch actually to a different slide, okay? Because we're not going to finish that song. We're not going to finish learning all the lyrics to the song. That's not the purpose behind the song. We're just using the song to explore a different meter. Now, you're going to do something pretty creative for your assignment, and I can't wait to see your work. But first, let's make a little example of what you're going to do for your assignment to show me that you understand the 3/4 concept. Okay, let me first project this properly. Okay, so it says the instructional activity here says earthworm, earthworm. Earthworm bodies have sections called segments. If a earthworm loses a segment, the worm can grow back a new one. The worm below has how many sections? Count them. That's right, it's 3 sections. Okay, and that's logical because we're studying 3/4 time signature. Okay, so they're kind of using that segments of the segment of the worm to represent what we're dividing our measure into. We're dividing it by 3. It's a pattern of 3, okay? All right, let's go to the next one. And it says, pretend the 3 segments of this worm are like beats in music, right? In music, we group beats into measures. So this is a measure, and we divided it into 3 parts. And then they chose a word to that has 3 sounds to put over this worm, okay? So everyone say fertilize. Ready, go. Okay, say fertilize. Ready, go. Okay, so we're going to go to the next slide, and it says at the beginning of the song, the time signature tells us how many beats are in each measure. How many beats are in this measure? And I've already talked to you about this, but 3, 4, that tells us there's 3 beats in each measure. Okay. Okay, the bar lines show where a measure begins and ends. So this is a bar line right here. And then this is a bar line right there. So the bar or the measure begins here and then the measure ends there. That's all that indicates. Now this is just one measure, but songs have many measures. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? Fertilize, fertilize, okay? Now we might have different words in there with different rhythms. That's what makes music interesting, right? Well, let's see what they give us. Okay, this says, create some word rhythms about worms. Make sure each rhythm has 3 beats. Here are some ideas. Now, that is the assignment, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to turn it in a minute. But this isn't, here are some ideas. That doesn't mean you just copy this, okay? You have to come up with your own. That's part of the creativity aspect, okay? You have to use your brain and think because you're going to write your own song pretty much right now, okay? But here's some examples. Fertilize, fertilize. Clap that with me. Fertilize, 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 fertilize. Remember, we're doing the pat, clap, clap pattern. Okay, so the downbeats on our laps, and then the upbeat is right. So do that. Fertilize, 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 fertilize. Very good. We have syllables singing on every single part or every single beat, right? Okay. This next word is a little, well, you know what? Let's skip to the end. This word right here. Roots. Roots. Okay. Roots. 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 And as you know, the word roots is a one syllable word, and I'm saying it in a long way. I know it sounds weird the way I'm saying it, but I'm saying it in a long way because it's a long sound. That's what the dotted half note means. It's 3 beats long, okay? Since it's 3 beats long, that doesn't mean you hear 3 sounds. That means it's one sound that spans the time of 3 beats, okay? So it stretches. While you're doing this, you say the word over all of those 3 beats. So like this, roots, 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 roots. Do that with me. Ready, go. Roots, 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 roots. Okay. Now, let's go to the more complicated ones. Okay, let's go to drainage. So this says drainage. Everyone say that. Drainage, okay? And how many sounds is that? Drainage. How many syllables? 2, right? Okay. But we have 3 beats. So which of these 2 notes is longer? Is this longer or is this longer? If you answered the half note, yes. The half note is worth 2 beats. And the quarter note, the ta that you're used to seeing, that's worth only 1 beat. 2 plus 3, 2 plus 1 is what? 3. So that we get our 3 beats that way. This one is worth 2 and that one's 1. We put those together. Now we got our 3 beat measure, right? So we're going to do the same thing. But the first word is going to be 2 beats long, and then the last word is only going to be 1, okay? It's going to go like this. Drainage, 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 drainage. Your turn. Sing that with me 4 times, okay? So remember, drain is longer. It's worth 2 beats, and then edge is only worth 1, so it's shorter. Ready, go. Drainage, 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 drainage. Very good. Okay, we're gonna do the last one because I felt like that was the harder one. Because having a quarter note before a half note in a 3 beat pattern is a little odd. I mean, it's not total odd. And you hear the garbage truck guys coming by and pick up my trash. Sorry for that. All right, so this says earthworms. So let's sing that. Remember, earth is short, and then worms is going to be long. Okay, so it's earthworms, 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 earthworms. Okay, your turn to sing with me. Just sing it 4 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, go. Earthworms, 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 earthworms. Okay, very good. And now let's sing it like a song. We're just gonna read it like a book. We're gonna say fertilize, drainage, earthworms, roots. A little difficult, right? Okay, let me do that again. I think it's better if we do it while we're clapping so we can kind of keep ourselves in tempo, okay? Fertilize, drainage, earthworms, roots. Let's do that one more time. Well, just do that a few times actually. Okay, say fertilize, drainage, earthworms, roots. Okay, so let's do that one more time, okay? Well, I'll take it a little slower. Fertilize, drainage, earthworms, roots. Now, that last time when I said roots, well, all three times I said them long. You can't say roots. No, because if you did that, you made that word into this rhythm, right? You made it into a short sound. That's not a short sound. That sound's worth 3 beats. The half note gives us 2 beats, and then that dot gives us our third beat. It's 3 beats long. Roots. You cannot sing roots. No, because that's not what's written, okay? Let's do that one more time slowly. Ready, go. Fertilize, drainage, earthworms, roots. It's kind of funny, right? All right, let's see what happens after this page. Okay, so these the makers of this book made their own song out of those 4 words. Okay, it says string your worm rhythms together to compose a piece. Make it 4 measures long. Choose a partner. Now you're not gonna have this unless you have a sibling that's in the same grade level. So that probably won't be most of you. So forget this sentence, I suppose. It says choose a partner to play your piece together with. I suppose your parent can join you and they can try to do some music too. That would be fun, right? Perform your partner piece for the class. You may use any percussion instrument. All right. So, right now you're just gonna do the pat, clap, clap, okay? So they chose to do earthworms, earthworms, roots, roots. Let's sing that together with the pat, clap, clap. Ready, go. Earthworms, earthworms, roots, roots. Okay, this one is a little more complicated. This one they chose to write drainage, drainage, fertilize, earthworms. That's pretty complicated. It kind of ends weird too. But let's sing together while clapping. Ready, go. Drainage, drainage, fertilize, earthworms. Okay, let's do that again. Let's take it a little slower because it is a little awkward. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, go. Drainage, drainage, fertilize, earthworms. All right, very good. Okay, so that concludes today's lesson. I know today there really wasn't a lot of singing, but the song gets kind of complicated, and I didn't want the focus to be the singing. I really wanted it to be the meter, the beat pattern, and how complicated this was. So this is what your assignment's going to be today. You're going to submit 1 picture and 1 video, or 1 video. So 1 picture and 1 video. Now the picture is going to be your song that you write. Your song only needs to be 4 measures long. That means this is a measure, this is a measure, this is a measure, and this is a measure. You don't have to write a second row of music. Just 1 row of music, 4 measures long. You're gonna come up with your own words to use about earthworms. The only word you can use here about it is the word earthworms. Every other word on here you can't use. You gotta come up with your own words, okay? Just think about the environment an earthworm lives in. You can use the word maybe dirt or mud or stone or insect, or be creative, okay? Come up with 4 different words and write out your own rhythm, your own song. Now the picture you're gonna take, guess, it's gonna be of the song, the paper you write on, and the rhythms you write like this, okay? All right, now the video you send me, it cannot be a long video. Don't send me a video longer than like 30 seconds, okay? It's going to be of you singing the song you wrote while simultaneously doing the pat, clap, clap rhythm, okay? Just like that, okay? And singing it the same way we did our songs, okay? So that's going to be today's lesson. Thank you for joining me, and um, I'll be sure to comment on your assignments that you post. And so thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again around next time.